Just recently, Pope Francis got folks riled up when he condoned the disciplining practice. Now, Stephanie and Bethany, what are your thoughts?
So I grew up with the whackety-whack, don't talk back kind of parenting style. And I will tell you that parenting through anger, we can get over the precipice where we lose control of ourselves. And for me, that is not conducive to teaching or discipline. Because discipline, the definition, is to teach, to correct, and to redirect. Anytime anger comes into play, you lose it. It no longer becomes about the child and helping them learn and
spank,
correct.
not
Lose your cool.
display anger.
But even if you look at a child...
If you talk to them first, I talk to my children first and tell them why they're getting a spanking. And then they know. Kids are a lot smarter than we take them.
Yeah.
So why do you spank
beating them?
Why do we No. Spare
Why
the
do the
rod.
smacking?
Spare the rod.
Spoil the
Spoil
child.
child.
So why is every spanked child should be perfect then? Since
No.
I believe I could get a better understanding, especially until I can actually reason with him and get him to understand what's going on, that he better understands reward and punishment at a younger age, because now I can't sit here and tell a 3-year-old, like, you shouldn't do this and that and explain everything out. But if I tell him not to do something and spank him for doing it, he's going to remember that and he's not going to do it again. I don't spank my kids out of anger. I spank my kids out of correction. I won't hit my child if I'm angry. So if I tell you to do something one time, I'm going to spank you after that. I'm not going to tell you to do something 10 or 12 times. Now I'm pissed off and I'm going to hit you. No. Like my parents told me, delayed obedience is disobedience.
Exactly.
I tell you something once, you do it then.
But the
you don't do it
example
then,
you're
I'm
showing
spank
is
you.
if I don't like your behavior, it's okay for me to be violent, and that's
No, it's not. If I don't like your behavior, you're going to be.
So if I don't like
corrected
your
for it.
behavior, it's okay for me to hit you.
No, it's an
You're not my
authority.
parent.
You're
you're talking to a child.
You take
teaching
a child. A child is like an
teaching
average
a
child, 40 pounds. 40-pound child. You have an average adult, 170 pounds. Do the math. The child is a
We're not
quarter.
beating
What
the
are you
child.
talking about? The
No,
child is a
we're not
quarter
beating
of the
the
weight.
child.
This is not abuse.
You do the same math
This is
with
not
an adult,
abuse.
680
You know what spanking is?
to
We have
170.
to stop that.
I don't think James is tackling his boys.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm going out there, give me one of them.
get your ass over there.
Get on the line.
Get up over there now.
You know?
Get your ass down there. I don't think that's what he's doing. This is a tough one, the spanking thing, with a lot of people. I was raised that way. And for me, it worked out wonderfully. I understood. My father and mother never spanked me out of anger. First time he tell me something, that's it. Second time, it was a punishment, a privilege, or something like that. After that, it's let's go. You're not listening. You're not getting the message. And I've used that with my sons. I can't imagine, just like you can't imagine striking your child. You can't imagine that.
No.
It's unthinkable for you.
I mean, well, it's actually, I mean, I started out spanking my son, but I decided quickly that that was not the way I wanted to teach him.
And
what did you do?
And there is another way. He behaves really well.
Does
It
he
actually
listen
helps
to you
a
at
lot
first
more.
time?
So
He
why
does.
did you stop?
I know it sounds
Why
so
did you
surprising
stop?
to believe that there is another way. There's another way that doesn't involve hitting.
We're not
No,
saying
but there
it's not.
is.
We're not saying
doesn't
it's
work
not.
for every child.
And if I don't have to
It
hurt my
doesn't.
child, I don't
There's
have
a
to physically
confusion
hurt them.
between
No, if I don't have to
spanking and
physically hurt them,
abuse.
I'm
That's
not
the
going
problem.
to.
If you don't,
Why
then
would
we'll do
I?
it.
Why would
I
I?
don't beat my child.
I'm not saying
I
you are.
spank them and I discipline them,
But, you know,
we got to get away from that because that's not what this is.
When my son looks at me though and tells me Mommy, why did you hit me? He can't tell the difference. He did say that though.
All right, let me do this. Let's see what the audience thinks. When asked is spanking an outdated method, 39% said yes and 61% said no. This is a subject that you have to agree to disagree on. Because they're absolutely right in what they're saying. They're absolutely correct in what they're saying. And it does depend a lot on the child.
Yes. Yeah.
It does depend a lot on the situation. It also has a lot to do with how you were raised yourself, how you feel about being raised like that. As I look back on my life, every spanking I got, I fully deserved it. I did not, I never was spanked for no reason.
Right.
And it was after I had been told and forewarned.
Constant.
And so then, once my father figured that out, it was like, okay, you're not listening. Let me help you understand this better. And to this day, I know you hear this a lot and it doesn't make sense to some people. I could not be more grateful
Yes.
for those moments because it helped turn me into what I've become today. You know, as I was thinking about the other day, I was thinking about parenting because, you know, my kids are parents now. I have 1, 2, 3 kids of mine that's parents now. And it's very different because they discipline their kids different. You know, they take their phones, they limit their time on the computer, they have a timeout. I don't know where that came from. I'm just sitting here looking at them. And I'm trying to figure out where they got this from. See, because, and then they tell them this one, you can't go out with your friends. No Skyping. How is that a punishment? No Skyping. See, back in the day, we had a lot of different ways of disciplining our kids too, but each one of these methods involved some form of whooping. I don't care what. Let me tell you something. Steve Harvey got every type of whooping known to man. They came in categories. You ever got that, don't make me run after you whooping? You ever had your mama say, don't run, don't you run. Don't you make me run after you. So you had to stand there and she walked over and whooped your ass. Then sometimes, you ever ran and they make you come back to get that whooping? Now, you know what was crazy about this? Because I knew I could outrun these people. My mom and dad ain't ever been able to catch me. You ever got that when the oh, you thought I forgot whooping? You ever got that one? The oh, you thought I forgot? You in bed? You got the... I'm starting to get rid of... We starting to connect a little bit now. You got the covers pulled up. All of a sudden, she come in, yeah! Pull the covers back. The whole temperature changed. This was my favorite. Oh, he said, go get me that switch. You really from the hood. You had to go outside and get a switch. Yeah, went outside, got the switch, tried to bring a little one back in. I bought a little switch back in to my mama. I said, here it is. She said, I'll break a table leg off. I swear to God. I'll break a table leg off. If you don't go get a better switch, I'll break a table leg off. Got in there that big switch. You got to pull the leaves off of it. You be walking in the house. Hey, let's get into some Hey Steve, y'all. Hey, you made it to the end of this video. I got a lot more that you're gonna enjoy, so just click to watch the next one. And make sure you subscribe to always know what's happening.